What up, tubers? We back. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. More drafty. Season just reset, and we're trying to make our way into that diamond rank. Again, the faster that you hit Mythic, the more likely you are to be number 1 or in like the top 10. So this is day 2 of the reset, so if we can rush our way through, we should reasonably put ourselves in a good position. Anyways, let's just jump right into pick one, pack one. Opened a March of Swirling Mist. I know some people like this card. I do not. I think it's pretty bad. Real choices in the pack. Michiko's Reign of Truth, Touch the Spirit Realm, Oni Cult Anvil, Fade into Antiquity, some other ones. So normally I would be taking one of the white cards here, but I've done too many green white decks lately on the VOD, so let's swap things up. I'm going to first pick the Oni Cult Anvil, and I think we're going to go just like hard line into red-black artifacts, assuming I don't get past some nutty cards in the other colors. And already have huge regrets as we get past a Blossom Prancer as the best card in this pack. I mean, Heiko Yamazaki is good, but it's not anywhere on the level of the Blossom Prancer. A Modern Age here, Prosperous Thief, both of those are pretty solid blue cards. Grove Archer, Jungle Hollow, Fade into Antiquity. Alright, I'm just going to force it. We're going to force the red-black artifact deck and not look at any of the other good cards that might go our way. Get our choice between a Rabbit Battery and an Okibo Reckoner Raid. I'm happy with either of them. Rabbit Battery, another artifact, so it has a little bit more synergy already. Maybe we can wheel the Kami or the Synthesizer or the land would be nice, but let's go ahead and take the battery here. Okay. You know what? I'm glad I stuck with my guns and didn't immediately waver and take that Blossom Prancer second pick. I mean, we have Imperial Oath and Bamboo Grove Archer, so we'd have a good start, but let's try to just whack on people really fast here as we get the Reinforced Ronin. Pick number 4. This is starting to look a lot like my Arena Open deck. It was basically mono red just splashing for 2 Oni Cult Anvil. And the nice thing about the Anvil is, it really only goes into 1, maybe 2 specific decks, right? It goes in like the red-black artifact deck, or it goes into like the Grixis artifact deck on the splash. So if we can cut this off, potentially we have, or maybe we get access to more in the end. Okay, best card here is Banishing Slash, but obviously we're not going to take that. For us, we have like a Brute Suit and a Kunai. Kunai's decent with the Yamazaki, but I'm actually not upset with taking Brute Suits in this deck. It just really allows any of your cheap creatures to kind of turn into a 4/3. And it's an artifact, so get some extra synergy from that as well. This is the style of deck that I heavily drafted when Kamigawa first came out. Because people were passing like the Patchwork Automatons left and right all day. Oh, that's a really sad pack. I mean, I guess we could still stay open to the Grixis artifact deck. There's no reason why I can't be. Like, maybe just red-blue splashing the Anvil is a perfectly acceptable game plan here. So the question is then, do I want to take the Cliffs, or do I want to just take one of the blue cards straight up? It's probably safer to take the Cliffs, but I think the Modern Age, the Puzzle Maker, and the Armguard Familiar are all reasonable cards. Pretty late Fade into Antiquity as well, but that's not going to be what we want to take. Lands are always just the safe picks anyways, right? I keep saying that I might record some constructed videos for the YouTube in preparation for the upcoming championships, but man, I have just not really wanted to practice / play Alchemy / Historic. Okay. 7th pick Jukai Preserver is pretty unfortunate. I've played the Shattered States era before. In fact, I had it in my Arena Open deck, but I don't think it's something that you need to take super high. I mean, at the end of the day, if if it's not open, then I probably want to try to jump into something else. I'll go ahead and take the Preserver here. I'm hoping I don't have to. But yeah, geez. Because I don't think Peerless Samurai is something you necessarily want in the red-black deck. There are no blue cards here. I guess we're just going to take a second Preserver. I mean, I could take the Shadow Walker. But I think it's just better to take another Preserver here. Ugh, don't like it. I mean, maybe we end up in like red-green Amplify. Maybe that's not the worst case scenario, but really wanted to make the Oni Cult Anvil work. So that was pick number 8. We're going to get our wheel pack here. I don't expect any of the good cards to come back around, right? We passed a Touch the Spirit Realm. Michiko's Reign of Truth. I think there were a couple other good cards. Quite a few Fade into Antiquities that we passed in the initial packs. Yeah, didn't really wheel much here. I mean, we got like a Steel Breaker if we want for the artifact deck. But I guess the safer pick is now just taking the Terrarium, because it plays fine in the artifact deck, and it's going to be a higher payoff if we do end up moving into something else. Taking the Steel Breaker, which is a good artifact card, would go more on line with staying on theme, but it just doesn't feel very open. We'll see. Jungle Hollow. We did wheel the Kami of Industry, but again, that's not a very high pickup at all. Bamboo Grove Archer's pretty good. And Iron Apprentice is okay if you're going to go with the super artifact aggro, but I don't think we want it here. Let's take the land. Damn, damn, damn. So, what's our plan then? I don't know. I mean, it's gonna kind of suck if we see like another Anvil come around. Wow, I mean, we're wheeling all the fixing at least. All right, this is not the worst case scenario. Like, people are undervaluing the fixing in this draft pod, so I'm okay just then taking all of the lands and trying to do, you know, maybe a multicolor control deck that just gets access to all the powerful cards. If that's the scenario, though, we're probably going to cut the majority of our cheap cards. Like, I don't expect to play Ronin, Battery, Anvil, or Brute Suit if we're going to end up in the 5 color. Maybe we run that. Unlikely, but we'll have to see. I've played Crackling Emergence in some of the aggro decks. It's not terrible. But it's feeling like that's not the place to go. Ooh, boy. Can you imagine if we just had a Blossom Prancer here? Feel pretty darn good. Alright, some irrelevant wheels. Pack 2. Hopefully gives me some more of a direction. Ugh, so we open a Satsuki, the Living Lore. That card has not been very good in the slightest. What is the best card here? It might be Hacker or Samurai. I could take Prowler. It's a good artifact, aggressive card. And maybe just try to stick with my guns. I've come way down on Voltage Surge, so I don't think that's a consideration here. If we wanted to try to go to the 5 color route, we'd, I don't know, take Sunblade Samurai, Repel, Modern Age or something, but we'll try to stick with what we got. Take the Prowler. We get a White Shrine, a Twisted Embrace in the pack. Okay, Embrace is pretty good. I mean, we didn't pass much in the way of the artifact cards in pack 1, so hopefully this is just going to be our reward pack. Let's take the Embrace. Let's move on to the next. Yeah, not terrible. I don't like the Soul Ripper, but it is a strong card. Reasonably strong, anyways. Okay. Works well with the Anvil for sure. And we might end up wheeling like the Ronin or something. Alright, this might work out. Smelter now, a good reward for being in the artifact deck. Sure. I can get behind this. I would not be super surprised if we didn't see too many good rewards in pack 3. But this pack 2 has been a good starter for us. And we even have some easy splash potential with the Terrarium and the double off-color dual lands. The nice thing about these, of course, is that they still add one of our main colors, so... I mean, I wonder if it's worth it splashing like the Preservers. Probably not. But they are solid top-end cards if we wanted to. Into a Mechanaut or Virus Beetle. Alright, we get a Virus Beetle here, that's good. Really annoying artifact card. So definitely good enough for me. Gift of Wrath, I wouldn't mind wheeling. That card's been pretty impressive, all things considered. Normally, creature enchantments aren't that good. Just too much downside, you know, for getting 2 for 1. And the Menace card, whatever, the Gift of Wrath, you can get wrecked by cards like the Tamiyo's Completion or the Arrest, but any other removal and it's not too bad. Okay, looks like a pretty easy secondary Brute Suit here. We passed on a second in pack 1. I think I took one of the green cards of the lands, but I don't think the Brute Suit is a card you need to take super high or anything like that. We're already at 3 vehicles, which is maybe a little bit much, but we can always just like sacrifice them to the Anvil or the Smelter at the end of the day. And running these, again, makes any of your small creatures a lot more relevant, so picking up a couple of like Simian Slings or more Virus Beetles or whatnot, you know, they can jump into the vehicles pretty easy. We saw 2 synthesizers. I think they were both in our pack 1 pick 1 and pack 2 pick 1. But definitely want to get one of those, or as many as we can, if they end up wheeling. Okay, speaking of, there's one right there. Very strong 7th pick still. Yeah, the only card that I don't like in this pack is like Debt of the Kami, but every one of these other cards is very playable. Oh, I'm not sure I want to take Voltage Surge. I think Synthesizer might be a little bit better, but I guess I don't have that much removal right now. Synthesizer is just so much more value. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it. As we get a You Are Already Dead here versus the Kami of Industry. We're always going to be able to pick up Kami of Industries later, and I wouldn't want more than 1 for the most part. Shrine Steward does have the Embrace to hit right now, but that's not good enough. So we'll just take the Cycling removal spell. Good with all the small creatures. Alright. Explosive Entry's okay. Again, I'm not huge on this card, but if you don't have any other ways to reliably deal with artifacts or enchantments, then it's decent enough. I realize it doesn't hit enchantments, but there are enough artifacts in the format that it's a fine main deck card. Creature count is 6. 6 creatures, 3 vehicles. I guess we have the Anvil that makes creatures as well. Well, the best cards that we can get in pack 3. I guess another Anvil and Automaton type stuff. As we pick up a Shattered States Era here. It's okay to run this as like a 1-of at the top end. We actually have some good synergy with it now since we got the Soul Ripper. If you only have like Oni Cult Anvil or the Steel Breaker, you can only combo this with like artifacts that you steal. So your opponent specifically needs an artifact creature. But with like the Soul Ripper, you know, this can sacrifice any creature or artifact. So maybe that's worth a little bit more value in this deck. I guess we have 3 different ways to sack with the Shattered States Era. We have the Anvil, assuming it's an artifact. Smelter, assuming it's an artifact, and then the Soul Ripper, which can just kill or sacrifice any creature or artifact. So probably a one of seems okay. Another Shattered States era, no thank you. We'll take the Decoy here. I don't really give enough love to the Decoy, but it's a perfectly acceptable 2-drop. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It has a lot of value, plus it's an artifact. Don't think we'll be running War Paints. Mechanaut on the wheel. Not going to be splashing that. We're not in Grixis. We do have Fixing, but it's not worth. Yeah, not bad. Not great, not bad. Didn't see enough of the 1-mana sagas. Didn't see any Kumanos, which are uncommon, so... I mean, I guess that's not surprising there, but we only saw like that one Okiba Reckoner raid, which would have been another really solid one for the aggros. Mirror Box. No, thank you. Oh, you know what? I think this is the first Song Shaper I've seen, or at least I don't recall seeing too many of these. It's my choice here over the automated, but yeah, that's probably not a good sign either, huh? That we haven't seen many of those cards, so somebody might be taking them pretty aggressively. Kotose. Is that a worthy splash card in my deck? I do have the Swiftwater Cliffs, and I do have the Terrarium, so it's not bad. It's not great, though. But I'm not losing out on too much. The synthesizer is decent, the wave is fine as well, but I guess the upside, for what little downside there is, probably makes it worth it. So let's go ahead and do that. Soul Transfer is a good one. And I don't think we have many enchantments, but still not bad as a 3-mana exile a creature. Seems pretty good. And if we do ever get the value by having an enchantment as well, then it's just fantastic. That card is not very good. The March of Reckless Joy. I'm not saying it's bad. It's kind of like a weird draw 2 in red, but it's not been very impressive. That being said, this pack is not very good, so I guess I'm just gonna take it here. I lose out on an Apprentice and a Brute Suit. Infiltrator, like, okay. Alright. Yeah, see, another card that we haven't seen many of is, like, the Unstoppable Ogre. Ambusher here would be fine as well. Centipede is alright. I think I like taking the Ogre here. Especially when we have cards like Brute Suits and stuff. I could probably get away with 16 lands in this deck. Just because I'm splashing the Kotose, I don't think that means we splash the Mechanaut. This card you want early, whereas the 5-drop, you know, it's better later anyways. Because you want to be able to get some value out of the opponent's graveyard. So only one Anvil, no Automatons. Dragonspark Reactor, we didn't see any of those, although I don't think those are super important. We only saw like one Virus Beetle. Yeah. There's another Song Shaper and another Beetle. Okay, I mean, we get some good choices here, I suppose. Heck, even the Dismal Backwater for splashing is nice, but I definitely think we want one of these 2-drops instead. Oh, I want to take Virus Beetle, but I think the Song Shaper is the smarter choice. It's just that the Virus Beetle does so much work as a random 2-drop, you know? But yeah, I'm going to go with the Song Shaper. Renegade. That's not good in our deck, but we do get finally one Steelbreaker. Alright, not bad. Do 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 do. The only thing about taking all of these expensive cards is that it does make the synthesizer a little bit worse, in essence. Because you're more likely, like, when your deck is full of nothing but, 1 drops, 2 drops, and 3 drops, the synthesizer you can cast relatively early for really good value. But, when you have 4s and 5s, you don't want to cast that until later because you get some random bad hits. We might run the automated here. We'll see. There's a Gift of Wrath now on the wheel, too. Maybe... I'm almost wondering if it's better off just to cut the splash, which means I can cut the terrarium. And getting rid of a 5-drop doesn't hurt that bad, Means I can probably run 16 lands in this deck. That's probably fine. Is this worth splashing? Yeah, it's not bad. And it's not hard to splash it, I almost rather would just go straight up 2-color, though, and not make my mana a little bit rough. Because even running tap lands in an aggressive deck is kind of awkward. Third Brute Suit, or do we want to take the flyer here? I think we'd rather take the flyer, but I'm not sure we're going to want to run that anyways. Kindled Fury, yeah, I could play that. Don't think we're going to. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay, I'll have a little fun. I'll just cut the Gift of Wrath. I'll play the Terrarium and play the Kotose. And then just cut 1 card and 16 lands should be right. Maybe the Automated? It's an artifact, though. Although I guess it doesn't necessarily help me all that much. We can probably cut that. And we get the caves, the cliffs, and 1 island should be sufficient. Seven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8 red sources, 8 black sources, 2 blue sources. It should be all right. Alright, let's go. Back to my roots. A little bit of some Grixis artifact aggro. We'll call it red-black artifact aggro. Splashing a little Tosei. What would I give this rating? Or what rating would I give this deck? Probably like a 6. I don't think it's much better than that. It's fine. It's got some decent synergies, and it's aggressive enough, but it's not like anything crazy. This is a pretty decent opening hand, though. I mean, any hand with an opening Oni Cold Anvil is going to be good, I think. Let's go ahead and play out the Terrarium here. Go grab our island. We're not leading on the Anvil because there's no reason to, right? It's also worse if they have a Kappa Tech Wrecker. Right. Let's go ahead and sack the Terrarium straight up. And we're still going to play out our swamp instead of our island, even though they know I tutored for this. This lets us hold up already dead. And that way, if I draw a tap land next turn, I can still soul transfer plus play the tap land if I want to. Pretty sure we're supposed to trade here if they offer. Gets rid of my anvil chain, but I think that's a good choice. Oh, they have a brute suit too. Huh? Alright, that's a good draw. This doesn't exile artifacts, doesn't it? Just creatures and planeswalkers. Swamp. I'm just debating if I want to sack the synthesizer right now. I think I do, to get the 1/1. And the reason for that is we can then already dead the brute suit after blocking. Oh, okay. Well, that works too. Now we can just go ahead and play the swamp that we hit and play the brute suit that we hit, so that's good value. Our deck's trying to be a little bit aggressive, I think, and we're not really pressuring them, but whatever. I think if they activate or animate here, we're not gonna block. Now remember, that has vigilance though. So if I do animate my brute suit, they could reanimate theirs, but we'll see what their game plan is. Oh, okay, this is even better for us then. They're planning on just trading hits, which we're okay with. Let's go ahead and animate. Now we get to smack in for 4. Stack our 1/1, make another 1/1. And we'll go ahead and play that island they know about. Might get to use this March of Reckless Joy finally. Sure. I'll go ahead and block. Soak up some damage, but more importantly, get rid of this already dead. Okay. It's a lot of land. Alright, let's go ahead and pay 3 here. Wow, that is a lot of land. Oh, we drew a Kotose though. But let's go ahead and get our brute suit online from that value card, and then we're gonna go ahead and sack the second brute suit. And animate our first. I'm expecting them to have a removal spell here. Oh, didn't. Okay. So they just really didn't have anything else to do with 4 mana? That's very good for us if that's the case. Alright, so they're gonna smack me for 2. Uh-oh, no Kappa, please. Ah. I guess they probably deal with the anvil and not the suit. Yeah, dang it. I mean, obviously they must have just drawn that, otherwise they would have done that much earlier. Okay, that's not bad. Go ahead and hope that they don't have a Tamios. Nice, they don't. And we get to play out the Ronin. Crew. Smacking for 6. Keep the pressure up. They didn't even block? Whoa, that's aggressive. Okay. Well, they're always gonna have to leave back something because I have the Ronin too. They might have another ninjutsu then. Ah. So I think they might re-ninjutsu. Oh, they're not. Huh. I thought they were gonna re-ninjutsu off of their Dokuchi there and then kill like my brute suit with the Kappa. But maybe they're just gonna cast out the Kappa? No, they're gonna pass with some trick open. So maybe a Wanderers or a Punch. Well, I don't think we go for lethal then. But what we can do is first take a peek at what their plan is. And then maybe go for lethal, depending on what they have. So let's take their Fang of Shigeki. And that's going to give us information on the last 3 cards in their hand. They do have a Wanderer's Intervention. Okay, and they can make a 1/1. Perfect. Yikes! Avenger, green, Avenger, white and black shrines, Gloom Shrieker, Michiko's, a couple Virus Beetles, a Ganjo. That's kind of scary. So yeah, we don't want to attack into their open mana and give them a good turn to use their Wanderers. They're probably just going to make a 1/1 here anyways. Yep, I think they should probably run out the Kappa. They need to play an artifact. So I can throw my Ronin to get back my synthesizer. I think that's probably worth it. But I think we're actually going to wait 1 turn, now that I think about it. And the reason is I don't want to hit my Twisted Embrace, not be able to cast it. Some unfortunate draws here. Actually, that's not bad. I'm actually glad they cast that. That was probably a mistake for them to do so. So now they don't have white open. In fact, I'm going to... Oh wait, I can't go for quite lethal yet, can I? Oh yeah, I can. I can go for lethal now. Alright, let's do it. Oh nice, that makes it easier as well. Alright, so we pop this. Through that. Submit 0, put a 1/1 counter on the snake. And I count 5 lethal creatures to their 4 blockers now that they tapped out a white. Nice. So yeah, they made a little mistake there. I think casting the Michikos. Maybe they thought it was okay because I had a couple 1/1s, but seems easy enough. Good stuff. 1-0 start. That was a lot more of a grindy, prolonged game than I thought this deck would be, but... Oh, yeah. On to the next we go. On the draw, hand looks okay. Turn 2 Song Shaper, turn 3 now Brute Suit. And the opponent doing nothing, I like that. No 1-drop, no 2-drop. Bant. Have to do something with 4 mana, right? Okay, they're just gonna bounce my Song Shaper or whatever. Let's go Terrarium. Grab another Swamp. Cast the Song Shaper again. Crew our Brute Suit, smack in for 4. And if they have a Ninja, so be it. I'm not playing around that in Bant. Snap Attack tells me they probably have one, though. Sure. Live long and prosper, my friend. What if they just run? Oh, no, they're not running any. Okay, so they probably have another trick then. But what do we do about that? Probably nothing. Unless they have a crab. I am letting them get some more value here with their Prosperous Thief and their, oh. They just wanted to keep the treasure. Oh, interesting. I for sure thought they would have an intervention or something of their own. What? Oh, did they mess up? Maybe they just messed up there and took a lot of unnecessary damage. I'm okay with it. Yep, alright, they are making the right play here, though. Attacking, hitting with the Thief, then ninjutsuing in their Specialist after they get the treasure. Good play. Except bouncing my 2/2 doesn't make a lot of sense, so they must have another answer in their hand already. Maybe another Specialist? No. Ah, sure. Okay, that makes sense. The Brute Suit. Ass. I'm guessing this Shattered States arrow is probably going to kill them. Can't quite kill them, but I can get really close, huh? What happens if I just soul transfer their creature instead this turn? Soul transfer their Avenger. Then attack for 4. They wouldn't have to block, and then they would get to rebounce. If I take... If our Shattered States their... If I Shattered States their Avenger, they have to chump it. They go to 2. I guess we're gonna do that. Only problem is they do get to hit me with their Springleaf Avenger next turn. But that's probably okay. I really need to find another black source is what I need. Because what they can do is hit me for 6, get back their specialist, bounce my Song Shaper, and have a block for the suit. So if I draw a swamp, I can Prowler. Prowler plus Soul Transfer, their only blocker, assuming they specialist here, yeah. Well, I don't get to... Oh wait, no, what am I talking about? Of course, they get to bounce my Song Shaper and then I crew with that. Doi, I'm stupid. Silly, don't listen to me. Okay. I think I was overthinking it. Ding! One more! Win the next one, and we advance to Diamond. These Brute suits are actually working out a lot better than I would have anticipated. Boom, boom, boom. Going well. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so then I sat here waiting for the next opponent. Alright. We are on the play, and our hand looks good. So game plan here is to go turn 2 Anvil, turn 3 Suit, turn 4, play the Synthesizer, see what we hit, and then maybe sack the Synthesizer and attack with the Suit. Nice little curve out here. Only missing one of my 1-drops, like a Rabbit Battery or something, would be good. Hello? Hello? Here's a next level tip for you. If I play Mountain, turn 1, it's going to hold priority to cast Synthesizer, but I don't want to do that. So, you play the Swamp out, and then it auto-passes your turn. Bingo. Arena strats. That's supposed to be Kaito. But you know who that reminds me of? Joffrey Baratheon. Rest in peace, Game of Thrones. Doesn't that kind of look like, oh, I think its name was Joffrey anyway. Wow, we have drawn a bunch of lands. Fine. I don't love it, but I'm gonna just play the Brute Suit and pass, which means they get to hit me with the Coiling Stalker. With this amount of land drawn, we might want to instead just, save the synthesizer instead of sacking it to the anvil. Okay, that's a fine draw. Yeah, we could wait now, but I'm gonna go ahead and run it out. Okay, that works too. Terrarium, go get island. And now we can sack the terrarium instead. Preserve our value. That works for me. Because I think we're going to want to sack the synthesizer and get that extra 2/2 instead. Go, ninja, go! Lion Sash, that's a good one. They can hit me for 6 here. And then put a counter on the Sash or the Dragonfly suit. Okay. Well, we're gonna have a good old-fashioned race here, and it looks like the opponent has the lead of things. I wonder if they just equip here or if they use the Sash. Okay, I'm actually happy that they, more land, decided to equip. Oh, yeah, see, that's what that's what I was afraid of, I should say. Actually, we're more likely to chump with that after the fact, right? Yeah. So remember, the anvil already triggered and gave me the 1/1 because I sacrificed the synthesizer, so it would not have given me an additional 1/1. That's fine. So they can crew the suit, equip the suit, and hit me for what, 4, 5, 6, 4? 4. No, it looks like they're going to play a little bit defensive here. So I don't think we want to sack the token end of turn then. Not quite yet. Playing out the suit pre-combat is a yes. Pumps up our Tawashi. Animate the suit that can attack. I'm expecting some kind of trick here, but I can't sit back idle. Sure. Okay, I mean, there is a downside to sacking here. And that downside being that it's an extra card in the graveyard for their Lion Sash. But I think I want to get the life gain while I can. Oh, and if they're trading for their Dragonfly suit, I'm actually really happy about that. Because with the Flyer gone, we don't have to worry nearly as much. Okay, yeah, now we're fine. I mean, maybe they have another Flyer or something, but with the suit gone, I'm not super concerned. They do, in fact, have another Flyer. That's fine. We don't need to draw much action to kill them here. We wouldn't need to draw much at all. I'd be a little bit surprised if they attack, because this is only a 2/2, right? Yeah. That was a reinforced Ronin. not bad, maybe? So if I play the Ronin, crew the Brute Suit, swing out with everything, they probably have to trade for the suit with the Coiling Stalker. Moth eats one of the 1/1s. They take 4, 5. That's worth it. And then we can cycle the Ronin end of turn if we wanted to. Oh, actually, wait, why didn't I... No, I'd rather attack with the Ronin here, wouldn't I? Never mind, I'm silly. So I'm pretty sure they still need to trade with the Brute Suit this turn. And they don't really want to trade with their flyer, so getting in with the Ronin seems better. Whoa, that's good for us. So they go to 2? Okay. I am pleased with that. That's not good enough, and they're just very dead on board. Easy money. Go to my turn, attack with everything. La di da di da. Alright. I'm wondering if they had decided to not trade away their first Dragonfly suit, if there was a way that they could have raced me with just a really big flyer. I think there might have been, with enough permanents in the graveyard. But, alright, we hit Diamond, yes! Now I have to slog through again, all the way to Mythic. It is a grind, I will say that. It is a grind. Let's see. Seems fun though. Change of pace of things after all these random green X decks I've been playing. Oh, we have one of our fast draws, it looks like. We are on the draw, though. This is a lot of potential aggression. The biggest problem with this deck, it kind of folds to like a 4 toughness creature, so let's hope the opponent doesn't do any of those nonsense cards. I don't love putting Rabbit Battery out on the battlefield without being able to equip it, but I think it's better getting that on the battlefield than just playing out the Ronin. Alright, well, we got punished. The opponent had the perfect answer, and I already feel like I can't win the game. They killed my Rabbit Battery, they gained 2 life. Might as well pick them up. Jeez, all the random 2-for-1s, huh? Let's try to hit a, well... I guess I'll just make a 3-3. It's a 3-3 attacks in the life of Toshiro next turn. And this way, if they have a ninja in their hand, I don't get wrecked by Virus Beetle. Saves us a turn of the frenzy, the synthesizer rather. Okay, we're hoping to hit a land here. Or an uncastable. Rip. That sucked. That's fine. So we don't want to sack then the synthesizer to the smelter. Because we're making a 1 toughness creature, which they would just eat with a life. We just want to use this and hit a land. Yikes. Getting kind of unlucky here. So they're going to hit me for 6, I would guess. Yep. It's fine. Did find our land, thankfully. And let's go ahead and just suit up our Vig creature and kill their Bearer of Memory, because that's going to become a problem with 1 more land anyways. And the Kami can still just trade with my 3/3, so no big deal there. Oh, they're getting more aggressive. I like it. Yeah, no blocks. I'm at 7. Ooh, bounce their Life of Toshiro again. Well, that's not a bad draw. Slightly awkward, but instead of pumping up and hitting for more, they can just kill my 3/1 instead. And we'll trade our 3/3 for one of their 4/3s. If they have a removal spell for the 3/3, sure, then we're dead, but we're already falling pretty far behind as it is anyways. Surprised they didn't attack with both there. Maybe they got a little bit scared. I'm pretty sure they have a Tanuki in their hand and they're just waiting for 6 lands. Maybe they channel it out here still. Oh, they have a Season of Renewal? Well, that's also very bad for us. I can't win if I trade. I might not be able to win anyways, but they've rebought that Life of Toshiro so many times. My god. How much life have they gained off of that? 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. I mean, I don't even know. Way too much value. Oh boy. What the? Their deck is insane! They have 3 Colossal Sky Turtles? 3 of them? How much fixing do they have? 2 islands and 2 jungle hollows. They don't actually have a Tanuki. Oh, they do have a Tanuki there. Yikes. Alright, well, that's a beating. I mean, there's no way I can win this. I'll chump. I'll keep my Kotose so I can cast Season of Renewal, and maybe there's a world where something happens there. Yeah. Ugh, that anvil would have been so good so long ago. I'm just dead even if I go up to 7, right? Return like the Prowler and the Twisted Embrace. Gain 4, go to 7, but it's way too late. Just too much Life of Toshiro and too much goddamn Kami. The good news is we didn't lose until after we hit Diamond, so kind of free rolled our pip there at least. Their deck looked very good. 2 islands with the turtle, 3 turtles. I mean, their deck was just missing like a little bit of fixing, but that Life of Toshiro soloed me, basically. Hmm. On the draw. How's our hand? Keepable. Needs to find a couple lands, but it's keepable. Uh-oh, ninjas. Containment construct. Hopefully they don't have modern age here. I think we have to trade. That card is a card that's just gonna give him too much value. Alright, that's not too bad for us if they're just reconfiguring for the turn. Remember, I can't play the Prowler out there, have the Prowler crew the Brute Suit, and then give the Brute Suit Death Touch lifelink. Creature already has to be crewed for that when the trigger goes on the stack. Still attacking. So they have something that can stop the Yamazaki here, or they're just trying to greed race. I don't think we're going to go for the Yamazaki value. I think it's pretty obvious they have something in their hand. I think we're going to try to hit him for 7 here and play out the other Brute Suit. Sure. Fine with that. An interesting play. They only have 1 card in their hand. I mean, I guess they lose. Yeah. It looks like they were just flooding out, and they were on a mulligan. They drew like 5 spells, 6 land on a mulligan, so... not too hard to out-pressure them. If they had drawn some ninjas, maybe, to get some value. Maybe there was a chance there if they found like a hacker or something, but yeah. Not much to say. Kind of a non-game. On the draw again. Is this a hand that I can keep? Yes, it is. On the draw with a couple 2-drops. Uh-oh, OP with the Reckoner raid, though. Ah, boy. Fighting against the ninja deck, it's gonna smell like. Just need to find a couple more land here would be ideal. That's a pretty good one to find. Go ahead and attack and see if they trade. Don't expect it. I expect some ninja nonsense to happen next turn. What I can do next turn is, assuming my board state doesn't change, sack the decoy, draw a card, make a 3/1. Alright. Yep, it's the hacker. And they gotta replay out their raid. And annoying. Sure. And now we're kind of gonna get got by that 1/1 flyer, aren't we? I think I actually am gonna attack with a smelter here and see if they double block. I should have obviously attacked before playing out my Yamazaki and tapping out, but I didn't think about it until after I did it, so I didn't expect them to block anyways. I think they want the companion for more ninjutsu value. Alright, which one's gonna get me now? Yeah. Blech. We have a pretty good value play we can make here. Play the Ronin. Go to combat. Activate the smelter, sack the decoy. Draw a card. Guess that's not what we wanted, was it? Wait, why did I even play the Ronin out then? I guess I thought I was going to be able to decoy, but we don't even have anywhere near enough mana to do that. Is this a warrior? It's just a construct. I don't know what that play was. Don't ask me what I was doing. It was a fine play, but I thought I was going to be able to do something else. Alright. What ninja now? Specialist, bounce my token, sure. Yeah. Gross. Getting freaking soloed by that companion value. We just need to find a freaking swamp to kill that flyer. It's the only thing that's relevant right now. They can't have that much more ninjutsu, can they? Haha. Haha, please. Bleh. There goes my Yamazaki. Sure. Still think we're okay if we draw a swamp the next turn. Here comes the raid. Yeah, they only have one card left in their hand, so... Okay, this can hit a swamp, please. I guess we play out the anvil, sack the synthesizer, and try to hit a swamp. But then we're still going to take a bunch in the air this turn. Oh, I can't even cast our rabbit. Alright, that'll probably do her. Yeah. I mean, they might just pump their infiltrator here instead. Oh, they should have been attacking with everything, right? Alright, so I take 5, I go to 5, they play raid, I go to 4. That doesn't matter. Draw swamp? Swamp, and I guess we still lose now. Too late. That would have been good. Nah, we're dead here, though. Just dead. Alright, GG's. I think that was an easy game with a swamp draw. We get to Twisted Embrace one flyer. We get to Soul Transfer the other flyer. We have 8 sources of black and red. And then the terrarium, I think. Oh well. GG's. Four and 2 now. I think we can rattle off a couple more pretty easily. Alright, back on the play. Hand looks fine. Turn 1 Ronin, smash for 2. Turn 2 Song Shaper. Turn 3. Hopefully we found another land by that point and go Decoy plus Ronin. Another Life of Toshiro, dang it. Smash for 5. We have to hold back the decoy because of the life. I might cycle the Ronin depending on what they do this turn. Oh, they have... We have another Life of Toshiro? Oh my god, really? Well, that really sucks. That is a tough cookie. I don't know how my deck is gonna beat 2 Life of Toshiros. That's absolutely brutal. We have to kill the construct here too. Because they have the network terminal with it, so that's just letting them draw 2 cards every turn if I don't. Damn, their draw has been nuts. Okay, no ninja at least. Restoration of Iganjo on the splash? Nani? Okay. Oh, I like how the Twisted Embrace followed it. That was really weird looking. So they get back their containment construct. And now they have network terminal with the construct again, so I'm gonna need to find another removal spell or something. But I think this is an apt name for what's going on right now. I definitely feel like I'm already dead. Sure. Let's go ahead and draw 2. Alright, that's fine. Now we can sack the decoy. Draw a card. They have good blocks here, but I want to use my already dead and kill their Scrounger, I think, over their Life of Toshiro. I mean, they have too many artifacts with the terminal, though, but... I don't think Kotose... Well, no, actually. Kotose can steal their memory... Sorry, their Life of Toshiro, kill their Containment Construct. It might be a little bit late, but it's something. I guess I shouldn't have attacked with the 3-1. I should have just attacked with the 5-4. Killing their Scrounger wasn't really worth it. Ah, they do have a Modern Age with Construct, too. Gosh. Good beats. So they're a lot more janky than initially thought. That is to say, they're like hardcore 3-color, so damn, it's too bad they had the double Life of Toshiro start. Super hard to beat as an aggro deck. Yeah, good beats. Sure, why not? Damn, we got smashed here. I mean, I think they drew very well, sure, but their deck's definitely ticking on all cylinders. They have a Tameshi in their deck too, and a reality chip? Oh god, their deck is sweet. Yeah, this is... This is probably just a Scoopsville. I mean, even without the Construct getting extra cards every turn, they still have Terminal with Puzzle Maker to scry and then loot, so... I'm ready to pick this one up. But the good news is, once again, we hit Diamond before losing any of these games, so... At least it is a net positive on the ranking. I guess if I drew like Synthesizer into Anvil, into I don't even know what, maybe there's like a 1% chance I can win. Okay, that kills their Terminal, which is kind of a start. It ain't much, but it's a start. I mean, they still have 4 damage in the air, plus double scry if they want to every turn. Maybe even 5 damage in the air now. Ugh. Yeah, this is just too many things to deal with. Oh, there goes my Anvil. Okay, that's not a bad draw. Anvil was what we really needed. But I can take the Puzzle Maker because it's an artifact. Use it to crew so I get a scry. I mean, they're gonna mill me, but whatever. Doesn't matter. And then I can sack it to the smelter now. That was good value. Yeah, this game is starting to appear like kind of winnable if I draw Soul Transfer. But it's gonna have to be exactly like Soul Transfer. And they need to brick out a bit. Okay, they topped a Long Reach of Night, which doesn't really do anything, so I guess that's good for us. Come on, mill air. Okay, come on, Soul Transfer. Dang it. If we had drawn something this turn, there might have actually been a shot. Yeah, darn it. Soul Transfer here. And I think we had a shot. Because then we get back Kotose. Oh, I probably made a bad attack, huh? Gave them another attack with their Naomi. Oh, now I don't even have an artifact anymore. Okay, I definitely deserve to draw Soul Transfer, and they have Oath. Alright, alright. GG's, GG's. GG's. For a second, maybe there was a small chance. But no, we got rocked. Double Life of Toshiro in their opening hand was just way too brutal. Oh, their deck was a lot of good value. Well, 4-3. I'm not happy. I'm not upset. It's like perfectly average. I mean, I think that's what I said this deck was going to do, right? 4 or 5 wins. We never actually drew Soul Ripper, did we? But good beats. Thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, we'll see you back tomorrow.